Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Mixed Morning Show. I'm Tony T, trying to get my voice back after yesterday's crazy game. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Giving out live free picks on today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you from this 12-game card from the NFL. They give us 8 from the NBA. And, we say goodbye to Major League Baseball. College basketball starts tomorrow. Look at that. We're going to have a lot of games to talk about next tomorrow. But because, like we said, when we get to college basketball, we're just going to do one block, and the guys are just going to give us what we got. We don't really go into the blocks until conference season in January. So we'll just do the give us what you got during college basketball tomorrow. And then we have some NHL. So, guys, make sure you hit us up with that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us to build up our audience. So let me get my light on. I look a little dark. That's why, because my light's off. All right. Let's say hello to Cappers and get right to the show. All right. What's going on, man? How's your voice? How's your voice right now? Mine isn't doing too well.
My voice is fine, man. I was chill. I played baseball my whole life and softball my whole life. That's what you live for when you're out playing baseball in situations, right? Can you come through? And I'm gonna give Al some credit. He was the biggest basher of a National League, Dodgers, and all that because he went with his team. But he showed up, came back, gave the other side. Could take some credit for make a decision. So all respect to him for just analyzing games. But where's Rod? Where is he? Is he hiding in an igloo or something? He run behind his cabin and like disappear or something? Or no, I'm just joking, man. It's as I said, what was my handicap? 50-50. I don't know who's gonna win this. I'm not gonna lay a bunch of juice, and I'll stick by that. If you want to survive gambling, there's no big game. There's no big bet over that thing. Look, a commentator said it last might have been Alex Rodriguez, one of those guys. The Dodgers got outplayed defensively.
Yep.
Their starting pitching outplayed them. Their hitting outplayed them. The Dodgers just came through because they have the best players in the world that are clutch. That's it. I mean, and that's baseball, right? It's a 90% mental game. I said right before we jumped off, I played baseball, softball most of my life. That's when you play on good teams. That's what it's like, man. So it's I don't know about you guys, but seriously, I don't think I've seen one that good of a World Series in a long time, and two, that might be the best whole playoff series I think I've watched.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those stinkers there in Dodger Stadium in 3 and 4, people are going to always grade out those 2 bad games. It was at 4 and 5, game 4 and 5, right?
A great baseball team, bro. They outplayed. The fact that they could come back from that is, astronomical. So it was two really good teams. That's what you want. And man, that going extra innings last night, Rojas hitting that.
Oh my God!
And I'll give Robert some credits. I know I bash him pretty much all the time, but let's not forget, dude. They spent $1 billion on 4 number 1 pitchers. I mean, I could go manage 4. I mean, I think if I had to have a clean slate and I got those guys in the bullpen, I'd at least stay in the game. I'm not going to say I'd win it, but he just had not to. All he had to do was not mess it up and use the starters. That was my great season. A lot of good baseball. Toronto's a fantastic team. If they keep their core together, they'll be back in the mix. I think they will.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They got to give credit to the Dodgers. I mean, that game looked like when it got 3-0, it looked like it was going to hit 6-0, 7-0, 9. I thought at that point, Toronto had a shot to just kind of close it out and just pile on. But the Dodgers starters, man, kept them in the game. That's what they did.
Robert's first mistake was
Grosnell.
Yeah, all the starters did great. Ohtani did what he could, man. Look, that dude came on 2 days rest. When he got, I was texting Tony last night. Yeah. After the first jam, 40 pitches, get him out. Bring in Glasgow. I mean, it would have been a different layout on the whole game. There's no reason after he struggled 20 pitches an inning and they were starting to hit to bring him back out. The dude wasn't throwing 100. He didn't have his secondary pitch. He didn't have spin on the ball. He was fatigued, tired, all the above. So again, it was great, man. It was. I don't know if that's probably one of the most highest rated. I don't know if anyone has TV ratings there. People in the out there in the comment section, if anyone saw anything on the ratings, but that especially for Saturday, that had to be one of the highest rated World Series games in a long time.
Well, also too because college basketball has not been televising a whole lot of games late night, so pretty much it was that against Colorado and San Jose State game. It really is all it went up against. The college it should be a monster rating because there really wasn't any volume of games late night. I was trying to know what's going on. I know Vegas, we're getting a lot of these videos from Sportsbook, a lot of Dodger fans, and they're going crazy on that Rojas home run.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Hey, Rojas finally hit for you there, huh? And it came big on that force out there. I mean, he bobbled that ball, but anybody could have panicked, and a lot of people would have panicked in that moment and let that run score Rojas came up big last night and really throughout the series. Again, unsung heroes. I was saying that yesterday. This Dodgers team is way too deep to think that there wasn't going to be a guy that we barely talk about. Will Smith. Will Smith hit the home run like that. Just unsung heroes.
The biggest home run hitter in playoff history.
Right.
You just don't put those tags with those guys. You're right.
Yeah. So, no, yeah, it was, Dodgers complete. Can they three-peat? Are the Yankees going to start throwing some money around, or are they just going to keep letting the Dodgers win 5, 6, 7 in a row at this point? I mean, come on. Throw some money around. There's some guys out there. I know Pete Alonso is a free agent. Obviously, Schoolboy. There's some names out there that go grab them if you want to win.
Ranger and Framber are out there in free agency. I think people have seen what the Dodgers did in postseason. The Fantastic Four all played in Game 7, right? Everyone. From Snell gave him some tough innings. Glasnow came in. Ohtani came in. And, of course, Yamamoto closed it. So all their 4 starters played a prominent role in that game. Other than Robleski and Sheehan, you didn't see anybody else from the bullpen, Jorge.
No, man, we didn't need him. I mean, you got that kind of kudos to Dodgers organization, man. Who would have thought the top 3 players in the world are 2 Japanese guys and a Dominican?
I know, right? Right.
And not even in that order. I mean, I'm not even going to go that far. But yeah, pitching. Scipio is out there saying the Yankees obviously got to pick up some arms. That's just, we saw it yesterday, man. I mean, these teams are all hitting really well. There's no more pitcher batting. You got to spend the money on pitching, and maybe that's the weak link for the Yankees. I don't know. I know a lot of Yankee fans don't like Boone.
I'm ready for him to be on.
He does not like it at all.
If that game would have been tied, if Toronto ties it, it would have been either Sasaki or Kershaw. A lot of people did not want to see Kershaw go in that game. It would have been heartbroken to see him.
I know he got through the other one. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, better him than one of these other guys that pitched in the 18th inning.
Oh, that's right.
I think not to change the subject, but I think Kershaw is basically the standard now for modern day pitchers when you want to go into the Hall of Fame. I mean, what his resume is, 200 something wins. No guys are going to get 300 wins anymore. So Kershaw is basically the benchmark you got to make, I think, at this point.
For lefties, anyways.
Yeah, lefties.
They just said they said Will Smith caught the most innings of any player in World Series history.
That's the unsung hero right there, man.
He played the entire 18 innings in that game.
Yeah. They asked him how he felt in the morning. Oh, I'm good.
I'm all good.
Early morning.
Robert's now in deciding games and clinching games, or actually in winner go home games. 1-7. Yeah, he's 1-7 of those. So
in elimination games now, I think he was 50. Now he's 60-7 elimination.
Yeah. So they've. We'll see what that. We'll see if they can three-peat it. Remember, I couldn't believe it.
Tommy Lasorda, bro. He didn't take whatever team they gave him and turn him into winners.
That's true. Yeah, no.
Crazy on that. He's like the Phil Jackson of the Major League Baseball.
Is baseball ruined if Scooble goes to the Dodgers?
Oh my goodness.
Is baseball ruined?
They need another starter. They need because I don't know shit. They need another starter.
Better hope the Yankees pay him.
Sasaki is now a closer, so they got an opening. There's an opening. If it's not Scooble, it's Ranger, Suarez, or Framber. That's the Framber and Ranger.
If I'm saying that,
Skeens is in there too.
But he's locked in.
He's only in Pittsburgh for so long, bro.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see what happens.
I think Yankees are going to make their move for Pittsburgh.
Well, they got to make the deal this year because the following year we could have a salary cap because we're going to look at a lockout. So if anything happens, it's got to be this offseason to guarantee your money. So I think you're going to see probably me a panic move by Scooble and let me get my bag now. I don't want to be cut in a salary cap situation. So should be interesting to see what happens this offseason. I think there's going to be a lot of wheeling and dealing this offseason because this is the last one potentially without a salary cap in baseball.
Could they structure the contracts the way they structured it with Ohtani's contract where it's like he's not getting that much throughout the year. It's all backloaded. Like I think he gets most of it in 2048 or something.
No one will do that because no one.
Hey, California passed a law on that, and then his interpreter went to jail. So I don't think we're going to see. When you try to rip off someone a state $100 million or something, it's funny how things work. All of a sudden he came under a microscope. Not to say 100% that's true, but I'm just saying the steps that happen. Right?
That'd be the only way though to combat the salary cap if they bring that back end all these contracts.
Man, if you do inflation and you do discounting when you do projections on numbers on a project and stuff like that, he really only is getting paid like $350,000. The contract sounds better than it is. And today, if you take net present value today, when you take his contract money and you discount it all the way back, it was $350. I mean, huge still, $350 million contract or just under 400. So,
Right.
yeah. I mean, but what the thing he did, the Dodgers only had to pay what, $90 million?
Yeah, they
Which
didn't
is
pay
still
him.
huge, right?
Yeah.
That was $90 million to come over. He did that to win. That was a creative way to do it, right? So,
He's making up for it in marketing money.
you know why he wasn't up in Canada? Because they tax more up there. That's why he didn't go to Toronto.
That's true. They do tax a lot.
That's
why they're saying Bichette might walk. And again, Bichette taken out of the game again. I don't get it. Why are you taking him out for I think they took Vladdy out for a pinch runner in that 11th, if I'm not mistaken. What are you taking these guys out of the game? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I don't think he took Vladdy out.
They didn't take Vladdy out. I thought I saw a pinch runner, but maybe I'm mistaken there. Yeah, they took Bichette out again for a pinch. I don't understand. The guy behind him got 2 at bats, right? That makes no sense whatsoever. Let's get to the NFL.
Gamble, bro. Again, their manager is fantastic. He's done more than what I don't think any other manager would have done with what he.
Well, they were a last place team last year, right?
Oh, yeah,
From last, I don't know. He was on the hot seat last year. They kept him for a year, so we'll see what happens there. Let's get to the NFL, guys. 12 games. We'll start with the first 4 here. Bears, Bengals. We see the Cincinnati here. The Dogs here. The Bears 2.5, 3, total 51.5. 49ers, Giants, San Francisco on the road 2.5, total 48.5. Mac Jones to start. Falcons and Patriots. Well, I just seen a big number here. Circa just took a big bet. New England laying 4.5. Circa is putting up 6. It just flashed to 6 right now for New England. That's a big move here. When you move a point and a half in Circa, that's a massive bet there. That could be Billy Walters in there. Total 45.5. Maybe his runners are in there. Well, I guess not. I mean, Jorge's on the show today. We got Colts and the Steelers here. In this one, we got the Colts here 3.5 on the road, total 51.5. We go over to Jorge. I know you like to look at that Steelers, right?
Big money bets don't come in Vegas no more, bro. Offshore, dude. that was my Stardust line days when those guys were there. And if they're moving those lines, they're so computerized, so tight these days. And who knows what that was? I just looked at another source of numbers besides the one you got, and it hasn't moved yet. But I'll just say it here now. I got to hurry and get my play because I do like the Patriots in the spot. Falcons started a little bit early. They were a little bit banged up, but I know they got Penix back. But these young quarterbacks, man, I have a big question mark when they come back right away from an injury. You know what I mean? Because they want to play so bad. We saw what Daniels did. We saw what happened to the kid up in San Francisco, turf toe. I mean, that ended my favorite player's career, and he was one of the meanest dudes pound for pound ever played the NFL. Jack Lambert's career ended because of turf toe. So it's an injury that you can't bring back, you can't mess with. So I'm skeptic there, but you know what? I think Coach of the Year is in New England, and I think the most improved player in the league is in New England. And that I'll give those trophies right now. And the season's not even over yet, so I definitely like Patriots in that game. There's a real play.
Now, just updating injuries. It looks like Flacco Hill will be probable today for Cincinnati. So probable for Joe Flacco in the game today. The word came out that Mac Jones will start, and Purdy, if available, will be a backup in this game.
Smart move by the coach.
Penix has been upgraded to probable today for Atlanta. On over to Alessandro.
Really quick, Tony, also on our sick report where we get those injuries,
the
Patriots had the biggest margin of being healthy to unhealthy against the Lions. Sorry.
There you go on the sick report there. That's a big one there.
I mean, I'll have it out as a freemium. I'm already on the Patriots. I got that at -4.5. I just think at the end of the day, you're getting Falcons that are known as a dome team here. They're also going out to Foxborough. Is it insane weather? No, it's only like 52 degrees, sunny. But I still can't trust Penix there on the road in that spot. To get Stephon Diggs, Vrabel, to get Stephon Diggs there acting as a leader, I saw clips there. Yeah, I know it's mic'd up, so it's a little staged. Don't get me wrong, but Stephon Diggs has become a sort of a leader of that wide receiver group, and that just shows the type of coach Vrabel is to be able to get to him. I just think the Patriots are actually legit. They already got a win against the Bills outright. I'm on the Patriots. I can't go with the Falcons there. Bears and Bengals, I'll talk about this one as well. That's another one I have up on the site, but I'll just give it to you guys anyways. I'm on the Bengals. DeAndre Swift's a key piece there. He hasn't been playing great since that Washington game, but it's because he's been banged up. That's why he's not playing. And then Luther Burden's not playing as well. That's another wide receiver that Caleb Williams won't have. You look weapon for weapon on both sides. I think the Bengals can go stride for stride with the Bears offensively. And what they did last week with the Jets, giving up 39 points, I expect the Bengals to show up and play better defense than that. just off of, pride, and go ahead and let up 40 points again this weekend. See if you're still around. I like the Bengals to show up at home. Again, they control their own destiny too. They only 3-5, a couple games back in this AFC North, completely not out of it. I like the Bengals today at home. And Giants 49ers might be a homer pick, but I'm on the Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton. There's a couple targets out there for Jackson Dart still. Everybody made a big deal about the Scatabo injury. I actually think it rallies the team. He is a locker room guy. Devin Singletary and Tyron Tracy are two solid running backs as well. I don't think would they skip a beat offensively. And then you look at what they got up front, the Giants here, Brian Burns, this new draft pick from Penn State, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau coming off the edge, and then Dexter Lawrence demands that double team up front. I love this Giants front. I know that Broncos game just comes to mind. I don't know how they lost that game, but this is a team a lot better than that. I'm taking the 3. I'm sprinkling money line, however you guys want it, but it's Giants.
Well, you got to give a little respect to San Francisco. Jeez, man. These guys are big games.
I like Jawan Jennings, but he's also
a little bit.
Jawan Jennings is getting up there. I mean, who's the main playmaker probably they're going to have to hit is a guy like Jawan Jennings. Ricky Pershaw, I was never a fan of. You're talking to one of the biggest Florida Gator fans and was never a fan of Ricky Pershaw, but that's who Mac Jones is having to throw the ball to, and I don't know.
I look, they keep winning. The only dud they had that was Houston, and that was because of fatigue and short week. And Houston's balling. So anyway, that's a tough game to call.
There was take back on the Patriots now. Patriots now 5.5. A little take back there after that big move at Circa.
Who's leading the 49ers in receiving yards? Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, yeah. that's something there. I like the over in the Bears in Cincinnati. The Bears defense has been horrible on the road here. Pass defense there. We know the Bengals defense isn't very good either. Give up 6.7 yards per pass. That they may look Caleb Williams look better than average today. But the way they've been playing defense, Chicago's gone over in 3 or 4 on the road. I like over there in Cincinnati and Chicago. I agree there with the Patriots here. Patriots are one and covered 5 straight. Atlanta's dropped 2 straight on the road. They've been inefficient in the passing game here. New England home getting great quarterback play. Drake May is a quarterback. Also, they haven't played a very tough schedule. That's also true with the Patriots coming in with the last place schedule and showing improvement. That's a team that keep an eye out, no doubt for sure. Yeah, I'm also looking at the Giants in this spot. 49ers against losing teams have been 2-5 to the spread. New York, they've won 2 straight at home against playoff quality teams in the Eagles and the Chargers. San Francisco's lost 2 straight on the road. This is a back-to-back spot for them. The defense on the road gave up 71% completion. It's a pass defense what I'm concerned about with San Francisco. I'll look at New York in that one. All right, let's continue.
Hey guys, just for the record, the Hilton contest has San Francisco #1 pick. I'm just throwing it out there.
The old schoolers still playing that Hilton contest.
A matchup, man. Trent Williams versus those guys out off the edge that I named that's an interesting matchup today.
Hey, dude, let me tell you what. Over the last 2 years, he's been as valuable as any skilled player last 2 years on the point spread, and he may be the biggest value on a lineman I've ever seen. Whenever the 49ers lost last year is when he was out, Purdy's numbers were nothing. He was like under 90 rating. He comes back, Purdy's numbers go to 115. So that will be a good matchup. No, there's no doubt. Giants have a good defensive line there. I still think they're a little bit too young. I said the problem with the rookies with the Giants is they're just when you get to the pros, you can't be that cocky, man. Everybody's fast. There are no slow guys. So you got to learn to run and not get hit. It's exactly what I know. I have another buddy. He's a big Giants fan. He likes the Raiders too. But I told him, hey man, they're good, but they better learn to not get hit. And the NFL is all about not getting hit. Can you glance off getting blasted? You can't try to run, people over or try to outrun a lineman because some of them might catch you from behind. Giants' future is huge for sure. Against San Francisco, man, I want to keep bucking them. Last time I did, they bucked me. So.
Yep, no doubt. We welcome making his debut here on the morning show, Mills. Mills, what's happening? Anything in this first block of games? Bears, Bengals, Niners, Giants, Falcons, and Patriots, Colts and Steelers. We see Mills wearing your Falcons beanie there. I think you may be representing here.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Great time to be alive, man. You know, checking in the morning show with the crew. First time making it, woke up a little bit early. Why? Because man, I forgot to set the damn times and the clocks back over here. I'm up over here thinking I gotta get ready for something, man. 6 o'clock and I'm up. So let's go ahead and get it started. All right, Atlanta Falcons, man. I like Drake Mays over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's one prop that I'm really gonna be betting on. And I like the running back for them as well. What's the kid's name? Henderson from Ohio State, wherever he came from. He's going to be running that ball today. Stevenson, he ain't playing. The other running back they got, they don't play him. Man, I think Henderson's going to have a big game for them, for the New England Patriots. And then on the Atlanta side, I'm taking Kyle Pitts over 4 receptions. And to be honest, man, I'm actually leaning to the Patriots in that spot. I think that the Bears can't be trusted as a favorite. I don't care that they got Joe Flacco for the Bengals over there. So I'm going to be taking the points with the Bengals in that spot. And that's pretty much about it right now for the early games.
From Mel, we'll continue on here. In this block, we have Panthers and Packers. Packers here, 13 of those 13s are disappearing here, 12.5 in some places, 13.5 in others. Vikings and Lions. Looks like McCarthy at quarterback. Here, Lions, 9.5, total 48. Divisional game there. Broncos and Texans, this one's moved up a little bit from 1.5. We're seeing Texans 2.5 against the Broncos, total 41. Chargers and Titans in this one to wrap up the early slate. Chargers here, big favorites on the road, 9.5. There's a 10 now coming up, total 43.5. We start here with Jorge.
Let Al go first, then I'll jump in.
Oh,
I heard Vikings, Lions, and then the other 3 real quick. My bad.
Others were the Packers, Panthers, Broncos, Texans, Chargers, Titans.
All right, I got a premium Broncos Texans. Go scoop that up, $19. Love that game. Vikings Lions. I'm getting uncomfortable wanting to lay it with the Lions here. Obviously, they could get it done here, -9.5, and off a bye week. They've actually been historically very well. Something tells me the Vikings rally again around JJ McCarthy coming back. I don't know, +9. It's dropping actually 8.5. I'm seeing. I lean Vikings. I didn't bet it or anything. I haven't put it out on the site, so do with that as you wish. Panthers, Packers. Only can look Packers' way here. Panthers been getting blown out last 2 games. I think they get blown out again one more time here. Packers just looking like one of the best teams in football. What they did against the Steelers there in that second half to play a complete 4 quarters like that, you got to respect it. I think that's all I got in this one. Yeah, in this slot.
All right. Anything you got in this slot there for Mills?
Yeah, man. This week right now, it reminds me of last year, man, where it was all the big favorites and they were supposed to cover by all these points. And that's the same thing that I see this week with these big lines out here, man. I think these dogs is live. I'm taking majority of these dogs with alternate line spreads, man. That Detroit Lions game, I'm going to be on the Vikings with the alternate line spread. The Rams game, I'm taking the New Orleans Saints with the alternate line spread. I just think the biggest dogs on here are going to be barking, and those 500 favorites out there, I don't think that they're going to be able to cover those run lines, and they might even lose outright. So that's one way I'm just going to be attacking some of these big dogs in here. I actually got some premium bets on the other the later games that's coming out. I'm going to be taking the Denver Broncos as well. I like the points with them. CJ Stroud, dude had like 2 or 3 good games now. Now we over here giving them favorite spots and like that because they're playing at home. Bo Nix, MVP, is in the mix, man. I mean, these guys are over there doing what they need to for Denver, man. They're playing for the coach. They got a good defense as well, and that confidence is there. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a wide receiver trade and really get somebody over there to help Cortland Sutton, because I think that team could definitely, make some strides and everything. So I'm taking the Denver Broncos with the 3 points.
There we go with Mills. Back up to Jorge.
Mills, I like your approach, bro. You didn't come in and plug your home team too hard, and I'll do the opposite, man. And a lot of you guys on the shows here knows Steelers are horrible, dude. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say I'm a Steelers fan. I'm not even wearing any of my Steelers clothes. Rebel got beaten. I still wear my Rebel gear. That defense is just pathetic. Tomlin's got to go. They got to get some fresh blood in there. Losing Fitzpatrick was huge. Look at Miami's defense is playing at least decent now. The game before, they held Atlanta. They stopped Baltimore from smashing them, even though their offense wasn't doing anything. He was a huge loss to that team. I don't see how the Steelers could stop. The Colts had the best offensive line last year, and they've stayed healthy. That offensive line is playing together again even more. Taylor, 3 touchdowns 3 times. Well, I'm not even a prop guy, but I think that's plus 600. for him to score 3 times, he's already done it twice. He's actually having one of the biggest seasons ever for a running back, and I don't see the Steelers stopping him. So, I think a blowout on that game. And Mills, again, dude, yeah, you got to bet the ugly games, man. I've had a lot of great mentors back in the day, and when you look at it, the division ones, yeah, you kind of have to look at that and see. But McCarthy's a rookie quarterback, dude. He's just coming back off an injury. That's a hard one. The other ones, the Saints, yeah, definitely. They hate each other. Doesn't matter how much better that other team is. They're
right, because that was the team that they played, and they didn't get that PI call, right? Right. With the Saints and the Rams in the playoffs or something. Right. It was like a bad PI call, and it didn't get called, I remember. So they definitely got some rivalries.
They do go through. But I'll tell you one that you guys always look at in the NFL, guys, when a team's been playing really well. In the NFL, it's hard to cover more than 3 times in a row. I mean, there's statistical things out there that you can at least break into the season. If you start betting and doubling that bet for how many times they cover for all the teams, you can actually win like a couple percentage points and not lose your money. So you got to be careful there. Who does the Packers play next week? The Philadelphia Eagles. Who are they thinking about? Are they thinking about the Panthers? No. Can the Panthers be down by 21 points and get a touchdown with the 2-point conversion? Yes. I'd say take the Panthers plus point. Young's had a great year. He has been an exceptional game manager for the Panthers, keeping them in the game. Outside of them being banged up on defense, I'll go a little bit with Mills on there, and definitely take the plus points with the Panthers. I know obviously other teams, there's some other bettors have pushed that number down. It was a lot better early on. That's just a free pick.
Yeah, from Jorge. Tell you here what I think about some of these games here. I'm going to look here in this block here with Carolina here. This is one dog I'm going to go with here. Carolina here at plus the 13. This is a spot here where Packers failed cover 4 or 5 as a favorite. Panthers covered 5 or 6 with Young at quarterback. Remember, he sat one game for Dalton. I'll take that. I'll take that big spread there with Carolina plus the points there. And I'll be on Houston here in this spot here against Denver. I think Houston here.
Tony, chime in. I'll chime in on that one, dude. Houston, that's DeMarco Murray running that defense, and Stroud's had nothing. His offensive line's been hurt. His receivers got hurt on him. His running back got hurt on him, and that dude sits back there like he's an all-pro. I mean, you got to give that dude all the credit in the world, man. And I'm not a big fan of Buckeye quarterbacks coming out. He's a class act. You don't hear anything stupid out of his mouth, even when he's getting beat and pounded. And teams come in and he wins. And I'll tell you what, that might be the best defense in the NFL. I know Denver's playing well. Knicks pulls off his games. But, dude, that defense is rock solid. So it is a big upset for Denver to come in and beat. I think Houston makes the playoffs. So I'll go on a little bit on a ledge right now. I think that might, a lot of people may not agree with me, but they were banged up. They're healthy. Talk about, giving a team one more offensive player, maybe a stud running back. And Houston's legit.
Is Joe Mixon coming back?
Don't know.
I was actually agreement there with you, Jorge. I think that, there's a lot of talk about this Broncos defense and how many sacks they have. They're getting compared to the 85 Bears. I know for a fact Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are going to hear all that talk. That Texans defensive line is also something to talk about. I probably just gave the pick away. I like the Texans, though. Yeah.
Yep. Will Anderson.
I think quarterback for quarterback, I'd take a 6'4" CJ Stroud in the pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
Over a 5'11" Bo Nix who has to get out and create something outside of the pocket. I mean, yeah, I lean Texans there. I already have it out on the site, so go scoop that one up as well. Show some love. But, yeah.
Will Anderson, maybe the most underrated defensive player we don't hear about in the NFL.
Yeah. They got 2 guys, 5+ sacks, going to probably have double-digit sacks this year.
Yeah.
There you go from the guys. All right, let's get to the final. Let's close out here. Let's close out the NFL with the following games here. We got Jaguars and Raiders. Jags road favorites in Vegas, 2.5, 3, total 44. Saints and Rams. Shaw at quarterback for the Saints. Rattler hits the bench. The Rams here, 14, total 44. Chiefs and Bills. It's the Chiefs on the road now, 2.5 2s in some places. Total sits here at 53. And we got the Seahawks Commanders. Jane Daniels to play. It will be the Seahawks on the road, 3, total 48. We go over to Jorge.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll go over to Alessandro.
Just the rest of the slate, right?
Yeah, rest of the slate.
All right. Didn't bet this or didn't put this on the site. Thinking about betting this, though. The Raiders, I think they get a win here. No Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter hasn't made too big of an impact this year. I do like what they could do with him maybe in the future if they just focus on wide receiver with him. But I think that's a key weapon that they could have potentially used today. And I just think Geno Smith's eventually going to turn it around and have a good game here. I lean the Raiders here with the +2.5, +3 at home. I like that one. I also think it'll be a low-scoring game. So do with that as you wish. Saints-Rams, I'm not going to touch that game. Chiefs-Bills, I'm all over the Chiefs. I think at the end of the day, Chiefs better defense. I actually think they have the better receiving core as well. Better quarterback. Mahomes doesn't get enough roses. He should be treated like LeBron gets treated, in my opinion. I think he's the best athlete in all of sports right now. Maybe Ohtani, you can make a case for. But Yamamoto, you can make a case for clearly what he did this World Series. I think I got to go Chiefs. I know it's probably public. On the road though in Buffalo is the only thing that's a little scary, but I think they get it done here. The Chiefs a little bit better than the Bills this year.
There we go with Alessandro. Final block here, the later games here from over to Mills.
Yeah, man. Copy and paste on a few of those, man. I like the Raiders today, man. My Jacksonville Jaguars -140 on the money line. It's one of those spots to where we're supposed to beat this team. We're supposed to look good, but this is a team this is a game to where we could show up and just fall on our face again. The Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, whatever they are, man. I ain't got nothing really good to say about them. The quarterback is trash to me, Geno Smith. I don't even know how he's a starting quarterback, but the one thing that I do like is that they got Brock Bowers back in the lineup. I don't think Jacoby Myers is going to get used that much because his name's floating around in trade deadline. With that being said, he's probably going to be used as a decoy. I'm on Alshon Jeffrey over 60 rushing yards. I really think he's going to be able to get those carries in for him. Kansas City Chiefs from the Buffalo Bills. Man, I like the Kansas City Chiefs in this spot, man. The Buffalo Bills are one of those teams to where they still need wide receiver help, man. They got Khalil Shakur, and that's the best receiver over there. And he's just like a little slot guy that they used to have like Beasley, man. So in other words, your number one receiver is a guy like Beasley. Keon Coleman should have been cut last year, and I'm just playing with that. But with that being said, man, give me the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't really like the Buffalo Bills outline this year. And then we're on the Monday night. We're on the Sunday night game too as well, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, man. Seattle Seahawks, man. I'll take them to cover the spread in this one. They're a team to where they go out there and they know exactly how to win games. They know how to get first downs. They know how to stop the teams, and they play smart football out there. Zach Charbonnet, he took over the running back spot, man. He's the number one running back now. Kenneth Walker still gets those rushes, but when they're in the goal line, they hand it to Zach Charbonnet. They throw it to him. I got Zach Charbonnet anytime touchdown and Smith and Jigba to have a big game over 6 receptions and give me the Seattle Seahawks to cover the spread.
From Mills, back up to Jorge.
Man, I'm with Big Al on this. Our best athlete in the world. I don't know. There's a lot of good athletes out there, but as far as a baller, what's around him, like always coming through. I mean, he's the goat. He's the goat in waiting. In the wings behind Brady. As young as he is, all the Super Bowls he's won. If he keeps on his pace, he's going to be in that goat. Conversations for quarterback. Of all time. And to that point, right, they went down early. So now they got a chip on their shoulder. The Chiefs are scary and I think profitable position. And being that they're not the front runners. They're not the ones that are up by 8 or 10 points. It's always like, oh, they weren't going to make the playoffs. They're done. Oh, there you go. Mahomes definitely don't want to hear that. I'm a little disappointed with Kelch. Obviously he's marrying into the pop music world, which disgusts me. I don't even want to see that shit during a football game. But I don't even like cheerleaders in the way, bro. I used to go to strip clubs for a Super Bowl party once, and I never went again. They're trying to get in your face and do dances and stuff, and you're trying to get bets, and you're like, get the hell out of here. I'm trying to watch this damn game and make some damn money. Get the hell out of my face. But maybe Kelch will come around for the playoffs. I'm sure he will. He's a baller. I'm kidding a little bit. He's a little bit off. Yeah, the Chiefs. And one thing the Bills can't do, guys, and no one's brought it up, they can't stop the run. Yeah. Who's the most profitable coach in the history of football? Reed. Yeah, especially when he's only had 2 quarterbacks. Guess who the 2 most profitable quarterbacks are? The guy he had over at Philadelphia, McNabb, and and Curley. So got to take the Chiefs there, man. Chip on their shoulder. They're fired up, and they're going to run the ball. And when they've got to bring their safeties up to try to stop the run, when they're being successful at it, let's not forget, dude. If you don't spy on Mahomes, if you either drop back too much or you try to come in or you try to blitz him, then dude, he's gonna run for 60 yards. He's done it in the playoffs every time. They thought they schemed against him, and one of the best props over of all times is Mahomes over on the yards in a big game.
Oh yeah, last week I cashed all over it with Mahomes. I'm feeling a couple of no looks. I'm feeling a couple sidearm throws out of Mahomes today. He's gonna break the bag out. I think he is GOAT already. I know there's Brady talk. Obviously, Brady has 7 rings. He's on his way. Trust me.
Pace,
and
on pace for sure.
I don't think he gets enough respect, Mahomes. So there you go.
They're bashing him a little bit this year, but when you're one of the top, he is the top quarterback in the NFL now. I wouldn't start a team. Same conversation I've had in NBA for years for people. Oh, LeBron, or Durant, this guy. No, it's always been Curry. It's still Curry, and the only player to start a team with to go win a championship is Mahomes. It's still Mahomes.
Well, just think about it. We came from the Andrew Luck was supposed to be the guy. We came from the Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be the guy. Like so many of these quarterbacks came out and wasn't the guy. Sam Darnold.
Allen's supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
Well, he was drafted number 9. He was drafted number 9, third quarterback in the first round. So that's a little bit not
Wyoming.
the same.
Yeah, they didn't. Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming's not a quarterback.
They go by selection in the draft. That don't matter because look, Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant.
I get what Mills is saying.
I understand Mills, but
yeah.
I'm saying.
And then the other guy, Sam Bradford. Remember?
Yeah.
Like the pedigree was like that. Now it's like, hey, Mahomes has a whole different style.
Wait a minute, Mahomes wasn't a number 1 pick.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. But no, I'm just saying, like it's changing. Like the guard is changing a little bit on how your typical, all-star quarterback's supposed to be the Archie Mannings, the Eli Mannings, and all that. It seems like Mahomes kind of is taking it out a little bit, on a different facelift.
No, I'm Purdy the same. Look, man, there's only one Big Ben, man. You know what I mean? I'm still going to go back to that. That's the standard of throwing a rookie in there that found a way to be able to manage a game and win and then had a long career. Usually those guys burn out. You know what I mean? Give Jones some kudos up at the Colts. He didn't make it with the Giants, and then he bounced to a second team. That kind of is back to your point now. Yeah, that pedigree they're throwing him in too soon, man. Look at poor Cam Ward down at Tennessee.
Oh, good.
Not his fault. None of that.
Baker Mayfield is like the only number 1 drafted quarterback in the last 6 years who actually pans out to be a number 1 drafted quarterback now. After
Joe
all these
Burrow
years.
was the only one too that I was about to mention.
And he's still on the team.
But he's been getting hurt.
Right.
Well, let's talk about the development of that quarterback. Now we're talking about winning, right? You're not going to win bouncing around on teams. You're not going to build. The Chiefs, Mahomes is where he's at. That's why I said Allen. Allen's the next one. Hey, I watched him in college. He was good. He was, it took about 5 guys to tackle him when he played Wyoming. But don't get me wrong. He's supposed to be the next big guy to win, and he can't win one. He's like Jim Kelly reincarnated. He ain't never going to win Super Bowl.
I think the scouts were impressed because he was performing with bad pass blocking.
No, he was a stud. Trust me, he was an animal. They had to key on him and spy on him twice. He was so big when he was in college. But then again, I'm not disagreeing with anybody here. I just think that dynamics changed. Big Ben was the first. Willie was the first one that got thrown in the mix, stayed in the mix, won a Super Bowl, and then after that, it was just like, okay, let's put these starters in there.
And that was him coming out from Maddox, I want to say. Maddox was like their quarterback right then in that year, and then he got hurt or something, and they just threw Big Ben in there. Yeah, and he balled his ass off ever since they
Big
did.
Ben started from the get-go.
Yeah. But it was Maddox before that, though, that year, right? It was
Maddox. Touchdown Tommy Maddox. Touchdown Tommy Maddox.
Oh, yeah, he played in the AFC Championship game.
And he was playing good. So it was kind of like, you just going to throw Ben in there? And they did, and he panned out.
Well, remember, another reason why I hate Tomlin, when Big Ben was a rookie, they put him in there in the first half against Cleveland in a game that didn't matter, and he got him knocked out. He got knocked out cold on the field.
Was Cowher still the coach?
Yes.
Cowher was still the coach back then. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Ben's rookie year, I'm pretty sure Cowher was still the coach.
That's one coach who should still be back, man. He should have came back after 4 years and got with one
for sure.
team.
Oh, don't even go there. Every time I see him,
Bill Cowher knows he's on the sideline.
Oh, man.
Cowher?
The chin, baby.
Sit in the studio.
That's what the chin.
The chin. Working 1 day a week and making all that money. That's a dream job. To have a network job. A network job you don't want to leave that seat, man. It extends your lifespan. Working 1 day a week. And maybe it's getting a few words in. That's no doubt. Yeah, he would be clutch. And Mr. XFL, touchdown Tommy Maddox. Remember those days back in the day. Yeah, I'm going to look at Vegas here coming off the bye week. The issue I have with the Jacksonville Jaguars is their pass defense. I think they have a lot of good defensive players. They're young, But between the ears, I'm a little worried about with them. They get lost in coverage. They take bad angles. I think the Raiders here come off the bye week here and cover the spread. I'm not going to lay here with Jaguar. Their pass defense has been really bad here. They also struggle with the quarterback efficiency on the road. Vegas has shown some at home. They're giving up 18 points a game. They were competitive in some of those games. 8-3 to the spread when line between +3 and -3. Some of their ugly losses have been on the road. I'll look at them in this spot. Yeah, I can only look at the Chiefs. The Bills defense isn't very good. Bills to have a home loss against New England already, right? New England already beat them. KC on the road runs the football, getting good quarterback play. They defend. We know that Buffalo defense has not been very good, giving 5.5 yards a carry, 69% completion rate. I'll look at them in that spot. Yeah, I also like Seattle here. Seattle coming off the bye. It is a short week for the Commanders, so it's one of those situations. Team come off a bye, playing a team off a short week. Give me Seattle here in this spot. Looking at the Seahawks, 7-2 the spread at this point spread of -3 or +3 on the road. As home dog, Washington just 1-4 here. Seattle defense has been playing great, allowing 3.9 yards per run, 4.9 yards per pass attempt away from home. They're getting good quarterback play on the road. I'll look at Seattle in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. We'll turn our attention to this 8-game card here from the NBA. We'll do 2 blocks here in this NBA for night over today and tonight. We got Pelicans Thunder. Thunder here to like 12.5 total, 229.5 in this one with Murray out, Looney questionable for the Pelicans. Homegrown topic, Kendrick and Jalen Williams out for OKC. Hawks and Cavs. We got the Cavs laying 6.5 total, 229.5. Of course, the news in the NBA is Trae Young's going to be out for a while with that, I believe it's a sprained ankle. I think it's a couple of weeks he'll be out there. On the Cleveland side, we got Garland and Strus still out here for Cleveland. Allen, Merrill, Mitchell will be questionable. We go here to the Sixers and Nets. The Sixers laying 5 total, 233.5 on the road. And there we've got Barlow and B, George and McCain out for Philly. Highsmith and Wolf are out for Brooklyn. And we'll end this block here with Jazz and Hornets. The Hornets on a back-to-back are home favorites, 1.5 total, 238.5. And in this one, we've got Collier, Kessler, and Niang out for Utah. Green, Miller, and Gavin and Williams here. We've got Grant Williams here, both doubtful. We start with Alessandro.
All right. First off, no NBA on the site today. Trying to get crazy, I would lean Pelicans. I mean, +12. I know the Thunder just beat the Wizards, and I was on the Wizards there, and they covered that -15. Yes, the Thunder can cover these big numbers. They did it all last year. I don't know. I like Trey Murphy. I like Herbert Jones. I like this new rookie, Jeremiah Fears. I like what Jordan Poole can do. He scored 30 the other night. I think they can at least keep it within 12. Again, it's not on the site, and I haven't bet it, so do with that as you wish. 76ers, Brooklyn Nets. Not a game I'm rushing either, but I do lean Sixers. I mean, at the end of the day, look what the start they've gotten off to. High flying, the total at 233. I'm not mad at that. I just don't know if Brooklyn can get us there over that total. That's why I haven't touched it. I think way more offensive weapons on the 76ers side. We're just doing the whole card what we like.
No, just the first four.
All right. Yeah, that's big injury news there for the Hawks. That's a big score to not have Trae Young. Not wanting to lay 6 though with Cleveland still. I don't know. I would Cleveland or pass though. Just again, no NBA for me today. So yeah. I'll pass it on to somebody who can give probably a better opinion.
Now I got to ask you that. I don't know if you know the answer. What was that? What was Poole's PRA? Was it like 31 or 32 with his 30 points?
I couldn't tell you. I love touching the points with him because he's going to jack shots.
Yeah, and then he'll have 1 rebound and 1 assist with those 30 points.
Right. Come on, man. He puts out a lot more assists than that. Come on.
Maybe two. Let's go on over to Mills.
Yeah, man. Pelicans coming off of fast-paced game against the Clippers, I want to say, where they both put up like 122 points in that game. In this one, 0-5 record though. Definitely don't think they getting the win in this spot. Yeah. Definitely think the Thunder probably gets back on their road trend of actually not road trend, but that trend that they were on last year, just beating teams and covering by like 11 or 12 points and covering the spread. 76ers, man, they're as advertised right now. I love them guys in the spot. 4-1, taking on an 0-5 team. Tyrese Maxey is out there leading the NBA in scoring. Like him to go over his point prop. I love that rookie over there. VK Edgecombe. He said, man, I came to this country to ball, to put money in my pocket. pocket for my family. It's a difference between him and the other guys. Joel Embiid, his point prop, they dropped it so low because he's a third option now. His point prop used to be at 24.5. It's at 17 to 18.5. You guys can definitely, make some money playing those. Utah Jazz versus the Hornets. Give me the Jazz in this spot, man. The Hornets, can't really trust them in this spot. Don't like their chemistry. They got some good ballers over there, but to me, that's like the mini version of the Sacramento Kings, where it's like they always get good players over there that could put up points, but I don't think none of those players are going to do good until they actually leave that team. And you guys can see what all the other teams, what players did with the Kings when they left. So I'm definitely going to be taking the Jazz in that spot. Lauri Markkanen has been putting up numbers. He's been putting up over 30 points in his last 3 games. 25 points is way too low not to go. I'm taking that one. Hawks and Cavs. Cavs definitely going to cover this one, man. -6.5. I think they win by 8.
There we go. From Mills. Coach, remind everybody, Mills, you're a Kings fan, and that spot came up on this road trip. What do you do not do with the Kings?
You never lay points with the Kings, man. You never lay points with the Kings. I'm surprised that we beat the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday. You know what I mean? When they gave us all those points, but still, we were up like 9 points in the fourth quarter. And I know my team. So what I do, I bet Milwaukee +4.5. Last 2 minutes, we were up by 2. We ended up winning by like 1 or 2, man. Like Zach LaVine, he has the green light. It's my green light player alert. He has the green light to do whatever he wants on the court. But yeah, man, the Kings, you definitely can't trust them. Never lay points with the Kings. RIP Mitch for that one.
Or in back-to-backs, one of the worst teams in back-to-backs.
Right. On back-to-backs, they give up like 20-something points easily. Yes.
Real quick, I just want to hammer down a point there. I agree with Mills with the Jazz. I forgot to mention that one. I do agree with him. Just look at the front court. They're going to run out Ryan Kalkbrenner, the Hornets are. He's going to be the starting center. We got Yusef Nurkic, Kyle Filipowski, Walker Kessler. I mean, they're so deep in the front court of the Jazz. I like this Jazz squad. That was one I missed there. But, yeah, I agree with you, Mills. And real quick, I'm going to shout out Mills. First time being on a show with him, me and him drop these UFC videos, man. Go way back, man, watching Mills long time ago. So shout out to you, bro. Nice to finally meet you,
man. Hell yeah, man. First time on the show with you, too, man. I'm surprised that we haven't been on one yet, man. We both do the same thing. And shout out to George. Man, I've been seeing you killing it out there, on the site for a long time.
Well, thanks, brother. First time doing a show with you, and I actually sent a text out earlier. Maybe I'll get. This is probably the best segment that I've done with you guys. I like the way your delivery, how you do things. We should all get together, maybe do a live podcast. I know Al's here in Vegas too, so since I came on the site, I've told Tony I may want to do something locally here from one of these shows. So this has been a great show, man. Both of you guys are really good.
Good.
And real quick. We got a guy in the chat asking about this Dolgarian fight. I'll talk about it. I know, Mills, you know what I'm talking about with this crazy line move. We had a dog that was like +240. I got it at +200. I should have put it on the site. Man. This thing, what did it close out at, Mills? You remember? It was insane.
So man, unfortunately, I was on the opposite side. Yes, man. So Dolgarian opened up at a -180. He got bet all the way up to a -260 and sat at that price tag all week. Money didn't come in on the other side. All of a sudden today, Dolgarian goes down to -185. We're like, oh, wow. Not just that, Dolgarian goes down to -135. 135. So what do I do? I hop in. Boom, 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 boom. Sign me up. Already got him parlayed. I'm like, at this price, I got to play it. What happens to the first round finish? The opposite guy, Deval, he went from +800 to finish his opponent to +450. There's no way a line movement moves like that in a plus market like that. And what happens? Dolgarian goes out there, wrestles, and just gets submitted and choked out. Like he didn't throw a punch, didn't try to fight, and just got choked out. The biggest line movements in the UFC before a fight. And this definitely needs to be investigated. Everything that's going on with the NBA and everything, they need to bring them on over here. I'm not lying, man. And they need to investigate this, man, because for that line to move that drastically, and then on the prop that it did, Dolgarian's never been finished in the first round. We're talking about a guy who's lost one fight, and he lost it on a decision in a fight that everybody thought that he still won. Now you come out here.
I'm not a UFC expert. I'm not a UFC expert, but I followed it from the very beginning. My buddies were like the original roadies for them while they were just doing the reality show. When they used to take those guys around, I'll tell you what, man, that sounds horrible, and they don't get paid. the underlying foundation of why there's an investigation. The UFC don't pay their fighters. So did someone offer more money to take a dive? Maybe.
That what I was about to get at is when you see a line move like that, it's either a fighter's hurt and he's fighting hurt and the information got leaked last minute, or there's some sketch fight fixing. Let's just call it what it is, guys. So that one was, oh my.
Or you pull a Chuck Liddell and you're out partying all night drinking until 5 in the morning on the week of a fight. I mean, it happens.
Yep, no doubt about that.
That was, we had Lex in the chat bringing that up. I just thought that was worth mentioning.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be talked about a lot next week. That's gonna be a lot based on what's going on there. Or hey, first block for you in NBA.
Well, man, I've been treading lightly with it a little bit. I mean, I'm obviously off to a good start with it. You guys already know I'm on Philadelphia. They're not even fully healthy yet. What I do like looking at early on, guys, is just how the odds makers are putting numbers on these games. We don't know these teams. The odd makers don't know these teams. Mm-hmm. We got to see how they gel. Chemistry, free agency is too big. I've been a gym rat my whole life playing basketball. Chemistry is everything. And what we're seeing is odds makers trying to make adjustments, trying to see where they go. I like the dog with Utah there. Charlotte with Ball, though, you never know, man. I mean, a guy could cover, but I won't lay points with them for sure. OKC, they're pretty banged up. They are the champs. I'd play plus 12.5 before I lay it, just because New Orleans is going to want to give their biggest game against the champs. Champs just look at it as a game they're going to win. They're not fired up. Now, remember, the NBA, man, regular season is about key matchup, star matchups, and is it a sandwich spot or is it a letdown spot? It's not for OKC. I believe they have Washington next. I checked on that. Slight lean there. Cleveland, yeah, they're 1-5 against the record, but that's because, they were laying those big numbers like they covered last year. That team had some defensive chemistry last year. And that's how they were able to suffocate teams. Too many high totals right now. I think the refs are blowing too much whistle. If you have a defensive team like Orlando, Cleveland, you're not getting your unders, even though I think Orlando finally got somebody under 100 points. They're still a great defensive team. I like Cleveland in that spot. Philadelphia, 4-1 against the spread, 4-1 straight up. I'm not going to repeat all the stuff that everybody else said on that spot, but they're definitely a solid team to follow as well.
Yeah, so you take it back. I don't even the coaches know what they got, because usually kind of the Popovich model, right? You play everybody for the first 25 games, and then you shorten your rotation. That's kind of what you have here in the first 25 games in the NBA. One I like here is I do like Atlanta +6, even without Young in the lineup. They're going to defending, holding teams at 31% from three. I'll take the points there with them, and I like the over. Anytime you see Brooklyn, I'm always looking over. They're trying to pad their stats for their starters so they can trade them again. So I like the over in that one. This is the tanking Nets. They're going to do what they did last year, pad stats, trade guys at the trading deadline, and just build up on draft picks. That's what they're doing. Philadelphia, great three-point shooting this year, and the Nets cannot cover three. To show you this, the Nets are giving up 45% from three. How do you give up 45% from three by not covering anybody? So that's how I look at that one. All right, let's continue on. Grizzlies and Raptors here. We've got the Raptors favorite here at home, 5.5. The total sits here at 238.5. Of course, they suspended John Morant for conduct. He's going to miss this game because of conduct, not injury. So you'll see him on the injury report out. And also out will be Clark, Edey, Jerome, and Pippen. Podol out for Toronto. Sheed here will be questionable for them. We go to Bulls and Knicks, a pretty good one on the lineup here. Lined up here. The Knicks, 7, 7.5, 6.5. That's all over the place. Total 237 in this game. We've got Collins and White out. The Sonmu questionable. Phillips probable. We also have here with the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, questionable for them. Spurs and Suns. Spurs getting a lot of respect here. 5.5 on the road, total 227.5. And in this one, we've got Fox, Cornette, Olenek, Sokan, and Waters out for San Antonio. On the Phoenix side, Brooks is still out, Green out, and Livers will be doubtful. Heat and the Lakers should be one interesting one here. Woo! The Lakers, 5, 5.5, 4.5. That one's all over the place, total 233.5. Here we got with the Heat, Hero still out. He's been out all season. Jaconis is out. We know Rozier is going to be out probably for his life for Miami. Powell here will be questionable.
Trying to get a life sentence. Relax.
I know. James, Cleaver, Tiro, Vincent out for LA. Luka's in the lineup to play. Ayton is probable. We get started with Alessandro.
I'll go right there. I just look at the over for that. I do think they get up and down the floor, especially with Luka being back. I just see an over 233.5 there. I do want Norman Powell playing if I do want to touch that over. But you just look at some of the guys on the bench here. The Fontenecchio there on the Heat, he's going to shoot the three. Jamie Jacques has been scoring like 20 points a night, just running the lane, running down low, fast break type tweets. Yeah, he's balling. So I like the over in that one. Yeah, I think they'll shoot it up. Obviously, Austin Reeves, Luka, etc. What do you call it? Spurs and Suns. I mean, I just think the Phoenix Suns are like, I don't know how they're even managing to get through this year with just it's D-Book and nobody else.
Exactly.
Royce O'Neal got it freaking done the other night there when I was on the Jazz. That tip in to force overtime that just pissed me off. But I don't know. It's to me it's Spurs or pass. I can't get on the Suns. But Bulls and Knicks. I'm leaning the Bulls here plus 7.5. Giddy's been balling as well. That's another guy. We already heard what Jorge's talked about with him. And then I like Trey Jones running the point coming in for him. Obviously, we want Dosunmu to play. Zach Collins is out, but Kobe White's out. They've done fine without him. 7.5 feels like too much. Not a big fan of Karl Anthony Towns. Not a big fan of Jalen Brunson. That might be contrarian, but it's just, bet on him and see what happens. I like the Bulls plus 7.5 there.
A New Yorker making fun of Brunson? Wow, I didn't think I'd ever hear that.
No, yeah, I'm good.
He's a bit of a ball hog, and little guys can't win it all by themselves. I agree.
Yeah, that's really what it is, Jorge. You actually said it for me. It's the fact that, I don't mind him being a point guard, shooting guard. He's a definitely 25 points a night type guy. But is that going to be our go-to guy? No. It should be Cat. And Cat has a little too much sugar in his tank. So
that was Tibbs. Tibbs just gave him the green light, and we'll see how it goes here with Mike Brown as head coach. To see how that goes. Of course, Mike Brown, look at Shills waving his head because he knows the time with the Kings. He's not a big Hill fan there. Mike Brown fan.
Real quick, this Jaw suspension stuff. I'd trade him. How many first rounds do you think you can get for him? Because right now nobody wants him. He's no matter how good he is.
No, I don't know about that. If you get a one, he's going to realize he may lose out. Two, it'd have to be a strict coach. Yeah, there might be a spot to find. He's way too. I agree with you. He's an idiot for saying that. But maybe he wants out. Maybe he's being smart too, right?
It looks like he wants out. So trade him. Get something for him because
he's emotional and he doesn't have the emotional intelligence to be a superstar. You're right. If he's being smart, he gets himself onto a good team, and then like Butler got himself out of Miami, right? I kind of thought, oh wow, dude, he's bouncing around a little bit. He's going to be toxic when he gets to Golden State, but he got into a system with Kurt. Kurt will play. Green don't play. That's about having a core. He's got to step in line. He's not even a one option. He's not even the total leader of the team. So we'll see. Well, that's a good question mark. Where's that one going to end up?
I think the bigger question mark is when his contract runs out and who's going to invest the money in him based on his past. There's a lot of that's a massive risk that you're going to take as a general manager. Let's see what his contract looks like. He signed a 5-year, $200 million contract with the Grizzlies in July of 2022. So he's got another 2 to 2.5 years on that contract. So it's not expiring anytime soon. So he's making a boatload of.
You take a team that's already got a star that's desperate for another one.
Detroit Pistons. You get traded to the Detroit Pistons.
Even better, put him number 2 to Booker down in Phoenix because Booker's he's an alpha A+. He don't care who else is on the team. It's his team down there. He's got to go to a team though where he's the 2. He's got to respect whoever the 1 is, or he's going to be a problem.
There's no way he'll humble himself. He has to be the go-to guy.
We're on YouTube, so I'm going to make this politically incorrect joke. He's going to go to where he can carry a gun. That's where he's going to go to.
Texas. He's going to Texas, folks. He's going to Texas.
Maybe Orlando.
I'm going packing, baby.
Florida.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man, because when we all said it, man, we thought that he should have been drafted over Zion Williamson, man. But the way that he's been playing on the court, it just seems like Memphis, too, they already had enough of him. They fired the coach last time out. I was thinking in the offseason he was going to get traded to the Kings before we signed Schroeder and stuff. And it made sense, too, because we need something like that, and any team that's going to trade for him, you're really not going to give up too much because he has 1 or 2 years left on that contract, and you're not going to say, all right, cool, let me give you another 200 mil or even 180 mil. So yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those things to where he has to go somewhere and kind of just show up and ball. But with that being said, man, I can see him on the Detroit Pistons, the Chicago Bulls. Now, when we talk about this game,
Donovan would not put up with him for nothing.
I don't think Donovan has the pull like that. I think it comes down to the owner over there. You know, Jay, that one guy that was.
Hey, he reshaped his. Look at what they're doing, and it's because he reshaped his roster and he shipped everybody out to your Kings.
I like Donovan as a coach. I like
far.
him as a coach.
It's a short sample.
Thunder. I like him as a coach. But in this one, give me the Raptors, man. I think they will be able to cover this point spread too. Brandon Ingram is my green light player, like I was saying in that one. So I'm going to be taking them in this game. I lean to the Bulls, man. The New York Knicks are 2-3. Why? Because they just hired Mike Brown, an offensive coach. He can't play any defense. Offensive coach, that's all he knows how to do. And these guys are 2-3 playing in the East. We haven't seen the same numbers from Jaylen Brown. This guy used to put up 24 points, 6 rebounds, and like 4 assists. Ojanobi over there, I don't even know what he's doing. Karl-Anthony Towns shows up when he's not painting his nails. Now, with that being said, the Spurs taking on the Suns, man, the Spurs got that new coach and they playing for him, man. Their team is deep. Their team is stacked. And I like him in this spot. Victor Wembanyama, trifecta, 27 points. I'm taking him. 10.5 rebounds. I love it. 3.5 assists. We already hit this bet for you guys 2 times this year. It's a trifecta spot. Take him over all 3. It's plus 380 on the books. Meet me out the window and let's get paid. Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Miami Heat. Just think, man, if this was years ago, we would have thought we getting some good players on these teams. Now we got Luka Magic. And he's right now putting up great numbers. He's putting up 40 points in all of his first games played. I think there's only been like 1 or 2 players to do that. I'm taking him over 33 points. That trifecta spot, you could definitely play it with this one too as well. And yeah, man, give me the over in that game. And then I'm going to be taking the Spurs as well. And I think that game goes over 227 points.
Yeah, from Mills, the Final Four in the NBA over to Jorge.
Yeah, see, looking at these last spots, I thought Toronto would be a little bit better because they put all their guys. They were so hurt last year. Those guys would step up. Guess it doesn't happen with every team, or maybe they're just not there yet. Really a pass on that one. The rest of the guys in Memphis may circle the wagons, come in and play a tough game because of the distractions to show the professionals. Jackson showed he could lead the team last year in scoring as the one option. Don't want to touch that toe. Obviously, both teams are underperforming. Who I thought would be better on the year, even though Memphis is 3-3, they got the issues. Man, the Knicks -7. Yep, they're that much better. +7, definitely. With the Chicago Bulls, I wouldn't even be scared to throw a little bit on a money line spot there. They're 5-0 and 5-0 covering against the spread, but definitely +7. Yeah, I mean, Phoenix hasn't done a whole lot. You know, I'm a Booker fan. They tried to put guys around him. It didn't work out. Is he the problem? We don't know. He may be. Durant's obviously playing pretty well over at Houston. Beal just he has a bad back, man. He's one of those chronic bad back athletes. It just happens, you know. They try their hardest to get out there. If you got a bad back, you can't do much. He's gonna have to find a way to get healthy. And yeah, you know, showdown between Miami and the Lakers is going to be a tough one. I think. But you know what? As good as the Lakers have been playing on home, Miami's still 4-1, 2-1 on the road. They're probably one of the best underdogs to take. I think, in my opinion, just because the program, they're in shape, they're running, they got young guys. And let's say, you know, Jaquez, I know a lot of guys in the chat don't like him because he can't shoot, but he can ball. He could ball at UCLA. He's back at home, and he might just go off. You might want – I'm not a big prop guy yet. I might start looking at it. He might just go up, and it may not be a high shooting percentage, but he might just combine all his stats together. And let's see if he treats it as a homecoming and, you know, he's that player who goes off for the Heat.
And from Jorge, tell you what I think about these games here. I like the over here in Raptors and Grizzlies. Toronto is just playing here super fast and last in home defensive efficiency, allowing 127 points per 100 possessions. You look at Memphis here on the road, give them 116 points per 100 possessions. Two teams that are not defending. I like the over in that one. Yeah, with the way the Bulls are playing defense, I got to take them here plus the 7.5 in this one. Best in the league in three-point defense are the Chicago Bulls. Donovan's got the guys he wants. He got rid of some of these guys like Levine and Rosen and guys like that. I think he's getting guys that are more to his style of play. I like him here in this spot, taking the points. And Let's see. I'll stay away from the other two. All right, we got you through the NBA. Now we'll continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we've got NHL. Just throw it out to see if we got anything today in NHL there, Alessandro.
Yeah, I actually would. This one I might have to go look and see if I can put this on the side. I'll do more homework on it, though. I like the Ducks here, plus 105. Devils are rolling high right now, looking like an elite team. I just like this young group that they have here, the Carter Seneckis and Cutter Gauthier, and I like Vetrano. Vetrano's had to take a step back with these new young kids coming in, but he can come out and score a goal as well. I don't know. I like the Ducks plus 105 at home. Play a little spoiler to the Devils. That was one I was looking at.
Yeah, another one with the Ducks with rest advantage after they played the Kings the night before.
Right. Devils played last night. This is a back-to-back spot as well. On the road, way across the country as well. I always look at those spots. So I like that. And that's probably actually it. It's kind of a light card. That Lightning Mammoth one, I'd have to do some more digging in on. I've been so focused on this NFL, guys. But, we'll see what you guys got.
I know Javon said the Mammoth for the best team in the NHL. from Javon.
Let me pick it up from there, man. I'm on the Mammoth in this one, man. All right. 3 right now, man. My boy Dylan Gunther is as advertised, put up as a rookie, and he's putting up in his second year. This team is getting 29 shots a game on goal. Tampa Bay Lightning, they're cool, but they're not that good. I'm taking the Mammoth in this spot, man. I really like this team. Cooley's been doing this thing as well. But yeah, man, I think this team is good, man. And I really like that kid, Dylan Gunther. So I've been giving him out on my prop shop with Connor McDavid, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. Then my 4 guys I kind of stick to. And we've been cashing a lot. So I expect the same thing to go around today. Give me Dylan Gunther over his shots on goal.
There we go from Mills. We got you through our coverage here today, and tomorrow we start college basketball. We'll do single block there until we get to conference season. Then we'll do the blocks. So for a month and a half, almost 2 months, we'll do single blocks there, and we get college basketball. We'll have tons of games starting tomorrow, and we'll cover that tomorrow. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment, where Captain's covering a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start with Alessandro.
All right, I'll go with I'm trying to give you some dogs, short price dogs. We'll go Bengals, Giants, Raiders, all on the money line. Ugly there. Right outside of
over to Mills.
Touchdown parlay. Give me Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown. Give me a Sean Genty anytime touchdown. Give me Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown. And give me Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. It's probably going to be around plus 1,200 or even better on those. It's one of those things to me, man. I love playing running backs to score touchdowns. Why? Because it's a 50% chance. When you get the ball in the goal line, you want to play risk-reward football. You don't want to pass the ball. You really want to be able to run the ball. The thing is, you don't got a running back that people could – never mind. But, yeah, take the running backs anytime touchdowns.
Yeah, from Mills on over to Jorge.
Man, I'll go back to Taylor because the Steelers' defense is so horrible. At least 2 touchdowns. If not, if you want to really risk a big one and jump out there, the 3 touchdowns, I think it was plus 600 last week. I was going to take a quick look at it. The Bulls plus 7. Again, you can sprinkle a little bit on the money line there. And if you just want to underdog parlays is a way to take a shot at the book. Take the Panthers for the upset. Throw it in there if you're going to throw some money on parlay and throw some big odds in there. Take them as it's a real deal. It's a real look ahead for Green Bay. They're coming off the Steelers and Rodgers, and they got the Eagles next week and Hurt. So it's a good opportunity there to hit a big value parlay, which I don't do a lot of. But that's
from Jorge, I like the Bengals Bears over with the Sixers Nets over and Grizzlies Raptors over. I like these overs early in the NBA because, quite frankly, hard to defend teams that you don't know very much about. As you see, all these rotational mixes, they play a lot of guys here in the first 25 games. Then they shorten the rotation. Then it gets a little trickier to play the over because then you can really put together a good defensive game plan. But it's tough to put a good defensive game plan when you're playing everybody. So I'll look at it that way. All right, we'll get to guys. We got through that. We're going to see what the Cappers have. So our friend Kelly there, she wants to know our Survivor. We've been good with the Survivor picks. And Kelly, I got to tell you, you got some good teams left. I can only look at the Rams on that Survivor pick.
That's interesting because I saw Jorge put Chargers. Who do you trust more, Jorge? Would you to fade at least? I don't know. I feel like Cam Ward could magically pull the rabbit out of the hat this week. I don't think Tyler Shaw and this Saints offense can.
Well, the reason I'm picking the Chargers is because they don't have running backs. they've beaten up on sorry teams. I don't trust them you have to use them later on as your last team. I think the other teams, if you have them last, they could beat whoever they have to play straight up. So I picked the Chargers just because they'll beat up, Harbaugh run it up on a bad team. You still got that college coach mentality. The other guys are the professional style. Definitely would stay away from the Packers just because of the look ahead spot. But that's why I picked the Chargers, because they're the weakest of the favorites. And Tennessee, outside of camp, they're super beat up, man. They got a lot of penalties.
No, Jeffrey Simmons, that's a big defensive piece to not have up front. Jeffrey Simmons, that's what got me off of the Titans. But the thing is, they're traveling all the way out to Tennessee. Traveling out to Tennessee. I just saw Justin Herbert hanging out with Madison Beer at the court side there. He went to a bunch of stuff. He was at a Dodgers game, a Lakers game. He's not thinking about Tennessee. That's why I'm laying off that game, not 100% comfortable with it. And then you got the Rams at home with Sean McVay waiting to coach circles around Kellen Moore. So that's why I would give Rams out, but I'm not mad at giving Chargers out either.
Rams gave away games, right? They gave away games to the 49. I think it's a learning experience. They're not going to take anybody lightly because they've already made coaching blunders, right? So I don't think I think when you have bad losses like that early, you remember you keep that in memory throughout the season during prep. Anything here in Survivor there, Mills? Who would you choose in Survivor out from Kelly's list there? Just a team to win.
Yeah, Rams, just kind of like I always said it. You know what I mean? That new quarterback, the rookie guy, man, he's replacing Rattler. I don't think that guy's good either. So yeah, I would kind of go that route, and especially I don't look for McVay to let up easy. I think he let up easy on Liam Cohen when we played the Jaguars in London. They had a chance to just keep putting up touchdowns, and I think he even just told him nah, man, take it easy on him. I don't think he's doing that this day.
That was his disciple too, Liam Cohen.
That's why. That was exactly. So it's hey, I don't want to make him look that bad, but we're gonna make him look bad.
There you go. All right, we got you to do that. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading to a big day of action from NFL. Of course, NBA coming in. We got action on the ice. College basketball starting tomorrow. So lots happening in the sports world. Let's see what Alessandro's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Alessandro's been on an absolute tear in the NFL this year. Alessandro, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, I got 5 games for you guys. I put 3 of them in a 3-pack there, and then I have the game of the day, which is, in my opinion, the Chiefs-Bills. I have that there. You can scoop up for $19. NFL's been rolling well. It's the best sport I've been capping so far this year for me. Trying to pick up the college football ugly day yesterday. Probably should have put more bets out. It's rare I say that, but I left a lot on the table yesterday. But today's a new day. We're gonna try to go 5-0. Got 5 games in there for you guys, so go scoop them up. Always gonna say to hop on something long term, a 3-day, 7-day, even a 30-day pass. You get the better value doing that, and use that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Pair 2 of us up. It's always a better deal doing that. And then the Tony T discount code at checkout, get that 15% off.
Good there. Get on board here with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Of course, best bets and more up there. 1-day passes are all profit guarantee. Must turn a profit or amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee here. Get on board here with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Let's see what Mills has for sale today over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big week, big Sunday of action. Mills, what you got for sale?
Yeah, man, I got my NFL winners only bet up there right now for you guys. Going to be putting some more NBA plays up there to get you paid. But, man, I'm locked and loaded with props for you guys, man. I went over the whole NFL slate. I got, a couple of props put together in good packages for you guys, too. 3 props for $30, Definitely my catch me outside. That's going to be my reception props that I'm going to be putting out right now instead of cash me outside, catch me outside. You get it. But, yeah, man. Way to go ahead and get that 3-day pass, but get the 7-day pass, and let's go ahead and get you guys some money in cash. In that NFL pick, I did give you guys 2 player props in the write-up as well, so that is something that you will get in my write-ups. I do usually give you guys at least 1 player prop, and sometimes I give you guys 2. So let's go ahead and get some money today, and set you guys up straight for the week.
There you go. You can see Mills in action here with the best bet, also the prop in there as well. Prop packages are profit guaranteed as well. Must earn a profit or amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Props offered here at Tony'sPicks.com. Premium side here, profit guaranteed. So you can see 2 prop packages from Mills. Also a best bet on the board, NFL. So get on board with Mills over at Tony's Picks. Promo code Tony T at checkout saves you that 15% off. All right, let's see what Jorge's got rolling over at Tony's Picks. Jorge's put strong numbers in the NBA. Jorge, what do you got?
Yeah, definitely going to have at least one play in the NBA, but concentrating on the NFL right now. I came back out of retirement, had 2 great years, and man, I'm just getting hooked and having some tight games. But handicapping, all I can do is give my wager to the end of the game and hope that it gets there. I think you can't lose. I should have had my best bet up there. It didn't go in, Tony. I thought I already placed it.
Let me hit the refresh. Let me hit the refresh key.
Yeah, I put my best bet up there.
Yeah, it's up there. Yep.
All right, so I got 2 plays in there. I'll have a couple more in the NFL. Got to start grinding. There's going to be a lot of sports picks coming up, so I definitely look at college basketball. And, I think you can't go wrong on any 4 of us. It just sounds like everybody here on the show today does their homework all the way around. You can do 2 for 1 with any 4 of us, and you would turn a profit. It's been great doing the show with you guys. Very entertaining. I don't know much about MMA, but I'm a big boxing follower. So if there's ever a big fight on, at the same time if there's a UFC fight, we definitely have no problem jumping in on that. But otherwise, everybody have a winning day. It's hopefully the NFL tickets a little bit, or the board is a little bit better than yesterday. I had a tough day as well.
Yeah, everybody's got about with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. Best bets, blowout alert up there as well. Long-term subscription, especially now with all these sports overlapping. Of course, we've got the NBA, college basketball coming in, college football. Overlap season, you can see the 3-day, 7-day, all the way to 1 year all sports pass. Get on board with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. The promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15%. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, I got play for you up there at Best Bet NFL. Also, 3-pack from the NFL for me. So get on board, get signed up. Guys, with you here on the Tony's Morning Show every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. I'm with you here live on the show. Of course, you can visit our YouTube channel. A lot of great content up there produced by a lot of the cappers here, live shows and more. Check us out on the YouTube. Of course, you can just hit the YouTube channel, get on over there. You're going to see compilation videos for myself and more up there on the channel right now. We should have the NBA going up any minute right now. Got they're up there as well. So also the live shows, if you happen to miss any of our live shows, guys, just check it out here by hitting the live tab. And then, of course, it'll show you the our live shows up here. We're here live. We got the Night Moves with Ramon and DeAndre. You can watch that replay, a complete rundown, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Night Moves. Rod comes back for the happy hour Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So, guys, check it out over on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel. A lot of great content there as well. Of course, a lot of cappers here contributing. You see them here on the morning shows. Of course, Salsano got you in the mornings. We see you popping once in a while in that happy hour, too.
Mike Vick. Let's go.
Let's go. Very good. Very good. Of course, Bill.
I'll have some videos though. I haven't been giving them out, guys. UFC hasn't been treating me well. So, you got to go to where the money's at. The NFL's been making me some money. College football wasn't good yesterday, but it has been making me some money. Been focused on football when it comes to the weekends. But I do like this card we got next week. I already got a couple names I'm looking at. Only plus money plays. I'll leave them later on in the week. Got to do some more work, but I'll give one out. I don't care. Jamal Emmers. I like Jamal Emmers already next week. Pounded that plus 115. He'll be a favorite by the time Saturday kicks around.
Nice. Very nice there. Sandro Chris Mills. Catch you here in the mornings, and you pop in a few happy hours. We'll see you guys all in the videos.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm gonna be back at it. Last month, it just wasn't a good physical month for me. October is just a hard month for me. Anything. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be going over the best bets for you guys for UFC, giving you guys the overs and unders, how to bet these, round props and stuff. It's not just about giving you guys the predictions. I try to let you guys know if the fight's gonna finish or go the distance. So I'm back at it. I'm gonna be getting the video out for you guys this week, and stay tuned, man. Might have some other stuff flowing out on the channel for you guys. Some different predictions and breakdowns in these sports. Because yeah, man, everything's back flourishing. Baseball's done. Basketball's right here, and football is, right in the midst of the thing. So yeah, man, what a time to be alive.
Very good. Of course, exactly. Jorge got you on the morning shows. You pop in. Of course, you also got some things in the works you're trying to put together as well.
Yeah, man, I've always wanted to do a show here from Vegas, so I may, and Al's obviously here as well too. So a little bit more than just popping on during the show. I may start off just with the weekly segment, just kind of develop it, see where it goes. Just a lot of fun stuff. Like I said, I did sports talk radio for about 14 years and started off as a guest and was a co-host, a host, and produced. So just looking into it, see where it's at, and keep it at a fun level, at least to start here on Tony's Picks. And we'll always have it on Tony's Picks, and to see if maybe we can expand it from there.
Absolutely, yeah. Because of course, I think now Jorge Vegas Sports has now embraced social media, and they like nothing better to get that social media exposure now. versus the
That's
radio.
why I got to reach out to these youngsters, man. I don't know that stuff. Reach out to these youngsters, Mills and Al, see if, what they can put together and do that. But then I can host a show. I follow these games, and sports talk radio is a lot of fun.
Yeah, get Jorge in one of those casinos. Get hosted up there like back in the day. It used to be for radio, but now we're seeing these come from sports books. So a lot of those sports books have the studios set up to broadcast. So
Mandalay Bay has one.
Yeah.
Well, George, since you're a boxing fan, who you got? Tank Davis or Jake Paul coming up this week? I want to say,
dude, I'm gonna have. I'm mixed on that because he's from the money camp, and even though he always won, he's done exhibitions to make money. I'm kind of torn on that. It's an exhibition; it doesn't affect his record. I don't know. Tank's a little crazy though. I want to say he's just going to take the big paycheck because he's in a small guy division, but he's a little crazy. He's one of those dudes that would say he's gonna take a dive, and either he thinks too hard, or he thinks Paul's weak, or he's really sorry, and then he ends up whooping his ass. I mean, I think I don't know if he can keep the mindset to throw a fight because he ain't lost yet. You know what I mean? So, but Mayweather makes money off exhibition. Mayweather may have told him, just go in there and do it, make the money. I could easily see that. You know what I mean? Because it's not a sanctioned fight.
Well, Mayweather Pacquiao is in the works, I believe, right?
Yeah. I've been
Hear me out. I love Tank Davis. I'll take a shot on Tank Davis. I know the weight difference is astronomical, but skill for skill, I think Devontae.
Dude, if it was in a gym and we watched him put on the gloves and no headgear, Tank would whip his ass.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. If Jake Paul walked into Mayweather gym out here in Vegas, I've been there a couple times. If you want to go train as a boxer, they'll go 20 rounds, no time limit. Let's spar 20 rounds, no time limit. First one to quit, you get out. You're out of the gym. You're not welcome back here. There's no quitting in that gym.
No.
And there's no clock. There's no time. It's just until somebody quits. That's where Javante comes from. Carmel Moten. That's a young name. Look out for this kid.
Oh, I know about him. Yeah. And he reminds me of Tank Davis when he was young a little bit. The way they look and everything like that. And yeah. Hell yeah.
I got to get out of here, guys. Best of luck to everybody though today.
Best of luck to everyone. This news coming across. Looks like Brissett to start tomorrow for Arizona. Looks like Murray out here just coming across the screen. So
I like the Cardinals. Peace.
All right, guys. That will do.
Have a winning day, guys.
Have a winning day, guys. Wake up, guys. Any closing thoughts? We'll let you go.
Yeah, man. Sunday, man. Don't do too much trying to chase, because that's what a lot of people do. Sometimes you got to pay your bookie on Mondays for the end of the week. So you look at what you're down and you're like, all right, man, I'm going to just put this amount and try to ease it. What happens? You usually don't even break even and you usually lose a little bit more on today. So just take it easy and, set up for next week. So, get a nice team that you like to win today. Parlaying with the winner for Monday. So that way when Monday rolls over, you already got one leg down and you can just sit back, relax, and cash. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Tony's a true professional. Has been doing this. He makes our job look easy. We just come up and talk. He does everything, man. He makes it really easy on this show. So shout out to him, man. And I love to see the way that it's growing. The chat's here, the views are there, everything, man. The panel, everything, all the new members and everything like that. So shout out to everybody. Man.
Appreciate all the contributions from the Cappers, Mills, and crew making this channel great, and we appreciate it. And of course, all you folks in the chat, appreciate you guys' support here as well. All right, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Going to wave goodbye, you guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.